All right, Terrell P, do me a favor. Since you wanted to, have a reaction for me, y'all, if y'all do a reaction, want me to do a reaction, y'all gotta pick like shorter videos, cause like I really can't do like 40 minutes. I want to keep it like super entertaining for y'all, so I gotta go with these real outlandish type people. So yeah, text me. You got the business line. Text me Terrell P22. This video is sponsored by you. All right. But text me for another one and make it short. All right. 10 minutes or less. And I'm going to go in. All right. Let's go to something that's going to keep y'all entertained. Well, I was going to react to videos from this channel, but it looks like all the videos are gone. The Godfather highlights. I mean, I was addicted to these videos. It basically takes the most savage and truthful moments from his lives and cuts them down to short little snippets. But I'm pretty sure a bitter black woman flagged it down and or became offended.
The sun in your universe. And that's why you will end up... I'm a PhD.
This never gets old. Looks like I caught him live at a savage moment. Let me see.
That's right. That's why you can't have a career woman or somebody else. Her North Star, her star needs to be you.
That's deep.
And with a smile.
That's deep.
Joyful. Overwhelming happiness or excitement. And see, this is a concept that's foreign for a lot of modern women because you've been told you're the prize and the man should do all this for you. That's why so many women can walk away from situations with, well, I don't want to tip my hand, but come on. Think about what I'm saying. But, the women that you admire, the relationships you admire that last for a long time have these elements in them. You admire Big Mama and Big Daddy. They have these elements in them. Well, I'd be willing to do all that, but what am I going to get up front? Wrong kind of woman. And if women, and I want to talk to you ladies because I want to hear the objections. And I want to hear because I guarantee I'm going to get a bunch of objections. I guarantee I'm going to get a bunch of, yeah, but I need to know this, or why should I do that, or something and so forth. I'm talking about to a high value man. He's already proved that he's worthy. He's already carrying around Mjolnir. He's already doing it.
And she's already carrying around mule hair if it ain't horse hair. Weave wearing hood rest.
To a man who's already high value, you're going to have to be the most praiseworthy. Now,
a black woman mad right now. Look at him. He's getting paid off of degrading black women. No, he's getting paid off of telling black women the truth.
You're going to have to praise more. And if you don't want to do that, and depending upon your age, if you're not 18 to 24, it's going to be hard to catch a guy in process on the way up. Now, make no mistake, I talk to plenty of high value men every day, every week, every month, and every year. And this is the consensus. These men are kings, dukes, earls. In a time gone by, they would have been nobility. They would not have been, no offense to my blue-collar brothers or anything. I know how much I care and cut for my average everyday guy, but I'm talking about the men who rule, the men who own, the men who have power. They are not going to have power in the world and come home and be getting pegged by Peggy Bundy.
Whoa.
That's why there's 59.
Whoa. Comment in the comment section if you know what getting pegged means.
Your guy was so offensive to so many guys. It's like, well, but you put this woman ahead of yourself. That's your problem. Why would all this matter? Because if a woman ultimately has a man that she holds in high regard or high esteem, praising is a joy. praising is common sense. Praising doesn't have to be asked. Matter of fact, sometimes when a woman holds a man in adequate regard and esteem, that gives him the confidence to assert, and that's part of her inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a problem inspiring a man, well, that just shows you don't hold many men in levels of regard or esteem. But see, I don't want to talk about the men that ain't getting the job done, because that's what a lot of you ladies like to talk about. The men who ain't getting it done. Let's talk about the men who are getting it done. And don't start asking me, well, where do these men exist? Are they in Ohio? And
see what this man said right here? My wife praises me daily. She knows I am the king of our lives, and that's what makes me go hard for our family. Exactly. But when you run around talking about I'm a strong, independent black woman and I don't need no man, okay, well, be your own protection then.
They
be your own provider then.
Don't come at me with that crap. That's deflections. Let's talk about
everybody want to be a feminist until there's a war.
Exist. You want these guys making $300,000 or more, so you can be a stay-at-home wife and raise 3 kids. Then guess what? Because in 2020, we had what's called a she session. What is a she session? It's a female recession. 1 month, we had 880,000 jobs lost by women. Q4, from Q4, I think we lost 2 million jobs. 2 million female jobs are lost. 98% of the jobs lost in the economy were female jobs. Like I was telling that school teacher, that when so many school teachers who were single women and single mothers, they would be school teachers and they're single mothers. They would have to take their children and put them in daycare so they could go to their school and teach. But when the daycares are closed because of the pandemic, all these mothers had nowhere possible to put their children. So what happened? They had to leave the workforce. Companies are downsizing, right-sizing. Even if we snapped our fingers and had...
all you whores who lost your job at the strip club and all that stuff because of COVID-19 lockdown, some of y'all didn't know. Y'all had to bring y'all baby to the strip club. A
vaccine overnight. If you honestly believe that the economy is going to go back to full employment like it was, no. Companies have recognized no real loss to the bottom line without having employees on the floor. Those jobs aren't coming back. So many women are being stuck in a new world. You're out here relying upon stimulus checks, this and that, hoping things go back to the normal. They're not. And the easiest way for a woman to get from here to financially secure is with a man.
Don't tell me that. This is 2021. What you mean I need a man to be successful? This is not 1947. Women can get jobs and women can vote. You know what I'm saying? The women's suffrage and all that stuff. You know, I could buy my own PT Cruiser even though they not in stock no more. I mean, not in stock because, video games and food and stuff be in stock. I mean, they don't even make them no more. They don't even manufacture them no more. I don't need no man. What is you saying? Not what are you saying like an intelligent human being. What is you saying? And I seen Ray at the mall the other day and I told him, can he please put a can of peaches in my buggy? And he was all acting like it was too heavy to lift and I called him gay. And then he hit me whatever. Then I just called the police and I said, me too. Hood rats.
But we're talking about the men who are already getting it done. Ladies, what are you willing to give up? Can you praise a man?
Nope.
Can you praise a man?
Nope, they're not willing to do that. Seriously. I had a woman on there tell me, sis, give it up. Stop praising these men. They don't need our praise. They don't need it. You looking like a goofy. You looking crazy out here always uplifting these men. Yeah. You don't want me to encourage the one that's footing the bills and going to work every day and putting up with your stank attitude and probably your stank vagina. How you gonna have a stank attitude and a stank vagina? You know how they say, pick a struggle? Like, how you gonna be mean and ugly? Or how you gonna be broke and ugly? You know what I mean? Pick a struggle, right? Well, pick a stank. Either you gonna have first of all, you don't need either. Get your pH under control and get your attitude under control. Anger management and pussy management. They got AA meetings, Alcohol Anonymous. And did I say anonymous? Anonymous. Sorry, the hood rat came through my tonsils and my throat and all that stuff. My voice box or whatever. Meanwhile, other people coming all over y'all voice box. That's why half of you hoes can't talk. Just semen all up in there. All you hoes deal with semen all day. And I ain't talking about being on the ocean or something. Let's get it. Get. Play. Stop it. Stop. You better press play on it. Yeah, you better press play. That's why I'm recording on this doggone Android. I love my new iPhone.
Because these are the kind of men who deserve praise. They deserve public respect.
Right.
They deserve public acceptance.
You're right.
That men are men. Stop expecting them to be public acceptance.
It's always saying YouTube ain't responding on this stupid Android. Yeah, who else ain't responding? The spiritual whistleblower. Catch this smoke.
Acceptance. They work long hours. That other women want them. They deserve public investment, public sacrifice, and public and being ecstatic in public. Public ecstatic.
No, y'all know what y'all do to black men in public instead of public praise? Y'all freaking disrespect them, yell at them, try to put them on the spot, call them out, and just all that type of stuff.
Easy way to fit that. But as usual, I guarantee you there going to be some women like,
And let me ask y'all a question before I get off here and watch the rest of this. Why do y'all like when I don't do this, but a lot of black women talk about black men in all and generalize like they don't care about black women and they're disrespectful, they're lazy, they don't work. It's okay for black women to speak in general like that and say all, but you don't hear black women saying not all black men. But then when black men or some black women like myself call out black women and be like, y'all gold digging, y'all don't wear your own hair, y'all got stank attitudes, y'all never happy, y'all terrible with money, you got a net worth of $5, all that type of stuff. You want to say not all, but how come you don't have that same energy when people be generalizing black men and falling for the stereotype and try to make it seem like they're all gangsters and thugs and they're not good fathers? When I can name a whole bunch of good black fathers of all ages, my brother Chris being one of them, a good husband and father. I know several of them, and several of them are in my family, so cut it. Keep that same energy. I'm tired of black women I just want to name this video. I'm tired of black women not standing up for black men, but expecting them to come to your rescue every goddamn time something happen. You are not his sister. You are not his girl. You are not his mama. You are not his granny. You are not his cousin. You are not his coworker. Why should he come to your defense when you act like you hate him and don't want him or need him any other time? I wouldn't hold the door for you hoes if I was a man. I don't care if I was coming out of Popeyes and saw you with 3 bags and 18 drinks. I wouldn't hold the door for you. I wouldn't open the door because every time how's it going, beautiful? Have a good day. I got a man. Didn't ask you if you had a man. You look like a man, but I didn't ask you if you had a man, ma'am. I was just being polite as a gentleman. I wouldn't do that if I was a chauffeur. I wouldn't open the door for you hoes. I'm just letting you know. But that's a personal problem. I'm just saying. Ladies, stop the gender war saying black men don't like black women when you can go outside and see that all day, every day. And if you black saying that, think about it. How do you exist if black men are not having sex, procreating, or marrying black women? How do you exist? Ask yourself that, bitter Betty. Now, you wish you was Becky with the good hair. I don't believe in a good hair, bad hair thing. I'm just saying. And just... Ooh, I had to get that off my chest, baby. Just like some of you hoes need to get that hair off your chest because you, like I said, your pH off, your hormones off, you got all types of stuff going on. You got hair growing everywhere, but on your head. Ha! I'm fired up for somebody's work 9 hours, 8/9.
Talk about, well, where's your husband? Where's your high value husband? What high value man is looking to vet you to be his wife? Because
and stop this high value woman stuff. I don't even know if I agree with that yet, but I haven't done much research on it. Let me Google it and see what somebody's definition of a high value woman is. See, to me, a high value woman can cook a sandwich and a hot meal and pack snacks. Not snack pack throwers, like Tommy Sotomayor say, but they can pack snacks. A high value woman can open her legs very fast. You know, when her man come home after working 15 hours a day or 60 hours a week and is tired. Let's see, don't want to hear no yakety yak, 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 yak. And want to be able to pull your real hair and not deal with that yacky. You feel me? A high value woman ain't always nagging, ain't always fussing and got dinner ready when you get there, not still working on it after she done been at home all day, taking care of the kids, giving baths, helping homework, all that type of stuff. That's a high value woman to me. Somebody that sees a value in a man and don't just use him for his protection, even though she don't want him at all. Other than that, nah. A high value woman to me wears her own hair. A high value woman embraces her melanin and her unique features and shapes and lips and nose and own eyebrows and own eyelashes, for Christ's sake. A high value woman does not wear eye weave. That's what I call them, freaking fake eyelashes. All right. But let's see what these other people. Stop it. You're making it sound like all you do is misogynistic. What you mean? She can make a sandwich and open her legs. And I told y'all, if a woman has more money than a man, she wants to control him and she don't know how to act 9 times out of 10. If you put a woman in a position of power over a man, she's going to think that he doesn't deserve her respect, when in reality, respect has nothing to do with the amount of money a man makes. It has everything to do with the fact that he's the man and he's the head of the household, because that's how God designed it to be. We came from Adam. I'm in the video on this because I really don't care what the freak they talk about. What is a high value woman? We came second. We were supposed to be helpmeets, for Christ's sakes, not wearing the pants. How to become a high value woman. Look at this. I don't even know if I want to click on any of this because I really don't feel like going off. Maybe I'll watch this one since it's only 2 minutes. I ain't got to sit through no commercials. I upgraded to YouTube Premium.
A mum as being somebody who has given birth to a child. If you just consider that alone, by the way, the fact that every single one of us on this planet has come from a woman, that on its own is incredible.
I feel some white Derek Jackson pandering. We all come from a man as well. She didn't create that baby on her own, baby. It took his seed to sprinkle on her egg to make it grow in her garden, red garden, which is her period.
But to me, there's something far more special to women than simply the biological.
You know what? Why don't we end with Derek Jackson? My sugar is low from working all day, and you know he got sugar in his tank, so maybe he can energize me. All right.
Man, I love videos like this, man. But recently, I had posted a video talking about Michael B. Jordan and all the extravagant, luxurious things that he did for Lori Harvey on Valentine's. And a lot of people got really caught up on all the money that they saw and, you know, the storylines behind the celebrities and all that. But this video, it just further...
I bet you get caught up in the closet, or you get caught up on all the money you make from pandering to women.
Confirm that it's not about a man's money, it's not about a man's status or whatever. The common denominator of a real man that truly loves you, ladies, is a man who has made effort and consistency a part of his identity. Effort and consistency.
I think you're having identity issues.
A part of his identity. Being a part of our identity means that it's not about how the wind blows. It's not about what mood we're in. It's not about...
You just worry about blowing a man in his car. And you know what? I'm surprised you're not making a video in your car, because that's where you usually are. Who office are you in?
Whenever I finally get up, then I'm going to put this amount of effort into the relationship.
That YouTube plaque behind you. Yeah, right.
Then I'm going to invest invest myself
You know you bought that out off of Alibaba or whatever.
a certain level. Of course, no man or woman can pour from an empty cup, but I'm talking about like it's way more common than not that this man does everything that he can to make sure that you're in a positive or in the best emotional state that you can be, the best mental state that you can be, that he adds.
Look at this. Let's not talk about how most of the time Kevin said that black men flourish after the divorce, but other races of men flourish when they get married. He needs to be telling his women to make sure that the man, which is 9 times out of 10 the sole provider or the one that provides the most, is happy and in his best mental state. Why is it always a man that got to do everything? Not only does he have to provide, but he got to make sure you happy when you sitting at home all day doing nothing. You would think you'd be happy if you're not. I'm going to start putting, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, and you hold head. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then my money's about to blow it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. I want to clap a hoe. Seriously.
Value to your life, that you're not struggling.
They more like, oh, if you're mad and you know it, slap your man. Some of you men out there let y'all women beat up on y'all. Y'all be at motherfucking shelters for battered men. That is weak. They might as well name it the Derrick Jackson Shelter for Battered Men.
Anything or laboring over anything without his contribution to make that a little bit easier. Like, that's just who he is.
Without his contribution. If he contributing all the bills, what you mean?
It's not about what you say, and if you've been it's really just a part of his identity. So when I'm talking about effort and consistency, what I mean is, it's going to be true to that man's resources or what's familiar to him. When a real man truly loves you, like say for instance, if the man has bread, if he has millions of dollars, it may look like a splurge every now and then. Of course, you don't want your relationship to be defined by materialistic things, but it may look like, baby, let's go out of the country because I see that you've been stressed out lately. Or, I just paid all your student loans because I'm tired of looking at them, so I know you are too. It may look like a splurge, and that may truly be him loving you or giving his best effort. Or if he don't have $1 million, it may look like a man who, works well with his hands, and every time that you go buy something at IKEA or something off Amazon, it don't stay at the house 3 or 4 hours before it's fully assembled and ready for you to use.
Boy, if that man works 60 hours a week, I wish I would expect him to come home and play Bob the Builder. Can you fix it? Yes, we can. No, and no.
Like, that may be how a man who's just like blue collar works with his hands, like how he loves you. Or in this situation with this gentleman right here, he seems to be a musician, he plays guitar. It may look like a man that sings for you or listens to you singing or whatever. Like, don't get caught up on the individual.
Okay, but didn't that happen in that Tyler Perry Temptation movie when the dude from Meet the Browns was with that Smollett sister, whatever her name is? I can't think of her name right now. Jessie Smollett's sister, Juicy Smollett. Then he sing with her to a guitar and she still cheated with some social media dude that gave her AIDS.
Acts, but definitely know whenever you see a man, like if a man truly loves you, you're going to see effort and consistency in his identity. And there's so many people, if I talk about the good side, I got to talk about the other side. There's so many people that would try to have you believe that you can't have this, that this is unrealistic, this is delusional thinking.
Are you trying to take a shot at Kevin Samuels? Because, if she's in the danger zone and she got a bunch of notches against her, then it is unrealistic. That's just not what women want to hear, but it's the truth.
Even think that you could have this. It's strictly aspirational and blah, blah, blah. The stats and the data say this. Tell this woman right here about the stats and the data. Tell this woman it's unrealistic.
My baby nephew calling me. I'm done with you, Derrick Jackson. I am done with you. Hey, Pooh. Hey, Pooh. I don't know why he ain't saying that. I'm going to play Derrick Jackson.
Tell this woman and her daughter, by the way, because there are many women that get treated like this. There are
Pooh.
many men like this. We don't see it often enough, and I won't say it's just strictly.
What'd you say?
What are you doing?
I'm doing the Lord's work.
What's Lord's work?
The Lord's work?
Yeah, you're not going to go to work.
No. I'm going to work tomorrow, but I'm doing the Lord's work right now. And you don't understand what it means to charge up simps.
Because of the media, but then oftentimes a man can be so invested and engulfed in loving his woman, he's not.
Huh?
You text me?
Yeah, I did text you. What you eating?
Children not good.
Oh, okay.
Let's see you text me. You didn't text me.
You want me to text you? It's your girl Tiffany and Drake. I'm
Alright.
finna get up out of this thing.
I'm gonna tell Daddy